YouTube has come up with something really, really cool. It's got a few issues, but I overall think it's a good idea, and we'll see what the future holds. What you can do is sell or rent your videos. Now I'm going to show you the process, and I'm going to give you the good, the bad, and the ugly. First of all, let's talk about what you need before you even can start trying to do this. You need at least 1,000 active subscribers. You need to be a confirmed YouTuber. And if you've gone ahead and confirmed your YouTube account with your phone number, which you have to do to get longer videos or to do custom thumbnails. So most of you have already done that. Then you have to link your AdSense account. But what's funny is that's not how you get paid, and that's not where the money goes. I'll tell you about that later. But this is how you get into it. I've already done it, so I will just give you a little bit of extra. So let's go here. You got to go to your Creator Studio. And you got to go to your channel and go to paid subscriptions. Now, mine's already activated, so you're going to get this agreement, which it's not that long, but you should go through it because there might be some things that might be a problem for you, but I didn't see anything that created a problem for me. So we were good to go with that. But yeah, you're going to have to fill all that. Well, you just read that. I suggest you read it. But when you click on this and learn more, a little screen will pop up, and you'll have to put in your name, your company name, if you have one, and all that good stuff. Now, once you do that, then you've got this. This will pop up. This happened before because the paid subscription channels have been around. And if you make a mistake, and this is a good reason that it's in red, if you hit this, then what it's going to do is unsubscribe everybody from your channel, and they'll have to resubscribe for it to be a paid channel. So your better option is to create a new one, because if you hit that and you go through the process, you lose everybody. I remember that from the first time with the paid subscription channels. All right, now you've done that. Now let's get into the really interesting part of this. Now, I love YouTube, but it would have been like really cool if there was like a handbook, but there is no handbook. There was a video that I watched that gave me some clues, and then I started experimenting. So let's go to how this thing looks. All right. There is a review process, and the review process is 24 to maybe 72 hours. Don't really know. I went ahead, and this is what you'll see if you go to the playlist. You'll see all this, and it'll look like this. But when you go to play one, this is what you're going to see. Instead of saying this video is currently being reviewed, it's going to say, oh, that's interesting. Oh, okay. This one is approved. This one you can go ahead and buy if you want. But let's go to this one. It'll say this video is not available in your country. Well, it should say this video is being reviewed. And it should say this video is being reviewed. And this video is being reviewed. Now, this is one of the bad parts of this. I don't know how you can get around it, but essentially, and I'm going to show you how to do that. When you go in to, I can just do this. I'll show you the whole process. When you go in to make a video paid, you go through this process. See, I can see everything because I'm the owner. Ooh, but I've already seen it. This is the process. You'll hit monetization, and you can only check one or two. So required to, like I said, you can rent or purchase. I'm going with purchase and download. Now, this is the other thing that's real interesting. For every region, you have to make an offer in all of these currencies. So this is, if you want to sell this, and these are the places that are approved. I'm just doing the UK and the US because that's where 90% of my views come from. What I'm going to do is create a special tab in my Gumroad account where people can buy like a collection of videos, and I'll just make a deal or something like that. I'll just upload them there, because this is a lot of conversion. I was thinking about maybe creating a cheat sheet, and we'll see. But for now, I'm just playing around with United States and the UK. Now, you've got a choice. You can rent it or you can do the purchase. Once you do the purchase, it's forever and ever and ever. It's awesome. And rental, I don't know, maybe in the future, but I see myself just purchase. Once you purchase it, it's yours forever. You can't do anything. You can't delete it. You can't change any of the stuff that goes along with that video once you make that. And you can do 48 hours, 72 hours. But like I said, I'm more of a purchase guy. Now, that's it. It's pretty simple. Now, this right here gets a little tricky, because what you'll have to do if you want to do all of this stuff is go to Google Currency Translator and translate all the currency into the prices that you potentially want. As I go forward, I'll see, if you are watching this and you want to be able to buy one, just send me an email and I can go ahead and make the adjustment. Now, let's talk about that. I haven't done it yet, but I have the feeling that once you make an adjustment, you will have to go through the review process all over again. I'm just assuming that's what I think is going to happen. So for those of you out there who are going to do this, realize that if you make, you create a new offer for a new region, I'm almost sure of this. I'm not 100% positive, but I think once you get your ad approved, and if you go ahead and make another offer, I just strongly believe that you're going to have to go through the review process all over again. Just have a feeling. That may not be true, but govern yourself accordingly. So that's it. That's pretty much how you just cancel, because like I said, I'm not doing anything else with that. That is how you create the paid videos. Now, what's really cool about this is I've got one approved. The other part that I'm going to show you in a second. I got one approved, and essentially how people will pay for this is through Google Wallet. Now, this is where it gets really, really interesting. Let's go in here. So you're going to go, I can do this. And you have to get into the analytics tab, because I didn't know where the money was going. So you want to go to that. Okay. This is where your fan funding transactions happen, and this is where the purchase of your videos happen. I've sold 4. One of those purchases is me. I just wanted to do a test purchase to see where the money go, and it took me a minute to find this. But when you are selling your stuff, this is where you're going to be able to see what you sold. Now, with that, there's going to be a 2 to 3 day lag. So if someone bought on the 19th, you're not going to know about that until the 21st or the 22nd. Or, if it's really lagging, maybe the 23rd. So this isn't a rolling estimate. I think it's pretty cool, because I just started this. That's a fan funding. Someone donated, and thanks. Someone donated $10, which was really cool. We appreciate that. And I do believe this was approved. This is the day that I released this video. Now, let's talk about the one that's approved. Let's go back to the one that is, let's see, that's going to be this one. Now, I think one of the reasons that this was approved so fast, because it was a Google Hangout that once it converted, I turned it into a paid video, because that one pretty much just was really quick compared to the other ones, which I'm waiting on. Now, let's see, get back to this. Like I said, currently this is the only one. Now, going back to the bad, once you do this, even if you mark it private, it's going to turn it into a publicly announced video. Now, one thing that I've done that may help you, I'll go back to the tab in a minute, but essentially when you turn one of your videos into a paid video, the minute you do that process, it's going to shoot out an email to all your subscribers. And then what they're going to do is come to that video and they cannot see it. And they're going to get, once again, they're going to get this message. This video's not, which should just say, and I don't understand why they don't do, hey, this video is currently being reviewed, or, put some kind of clock or some alert to say, hey, once it's reviewed and ready to go, then, hey, now you can come back. But essentially, you're getting this, and what's happening is people are getting pissed. Like, let me show you. Okay. All of this is from this. Because people are like, hey, what are you doing? And there's really no way for you to communicate with everyone in a quick manner. So they're just assuming that you're kind of ganking them. So that's the really bad part. I'm one of those people who is not risk averse. I'll deal with the dislikes and stuff until this improves, because I think the potential for this is massive. And when I say massive, I am talking massive, massive. Say you are a YouTuber, right? And you have, let's say, 100,000 views per month, subscribers, new views. If you can convert 1,000 of those views into 99-cent paying customers, the 1,000 out of 100,000, so we're talking about 1%. Or let's just crank it down even more. Let's say if you can convert 0.5% of that 100,000 to 99-cent paying customers, that's $500. And for many of you in that range, that's equal or more than your AdSense. Now, if you could go ahead and, over time, because like I said, I'm going to stick with this program because, like I said, I think the upside is massive. I think it's just really, really massive. You turn, like, say, 1%, and then you have a $3 product. Not a $100 product, not a $20, but like a $3 product. $3. You take 1,000 people out of your 100,000, and this is relatively doable once you get it down. Then say with $3, that's $3,000 a month. That's kicking AdSense in the ass all day long. And as this goes on, and if you're a creator, I suggest that you experiment with this during the summer, because if you've been on YouTube any length of time, you know that sometimes your views will dip during the summer. So if you can really make a go of that during the summer, it's just going to get better and better during the fall. That's been my experience my last 6 years. So that's the good, that's the bad, that's the ugly. I believe the potential upside, and I say potential because this could change, but I think this is incredibly massive, because I have 1,000, almost 1,000 videos you can see, and I have another 276 that are private or were special or something. And out of that I think there's about 100 that I can put under this tab as I go along. Like I said, I just uploaded a bunch. Well, I just converted a bunch, and I will continue to do that once this batch gets approved and I get more feedback. But like I said, this will, and I've always made more money selling products than with AdSense. AdSense has been nice. I mean, at one point it was like $1,500 a month, and then they opened up the program to everybody, and then it was cut in half. Then it went lower and lower and lower until the port was like, okay. I even took the ads off of my videos for a while because it really didn't make any sense. But this makes a lot of sense. And what would you sell? It would have to be an how-to or an educational video. Say you do a camera video about a review. So you do a review on a brand new camera. Then maybe you've had that camera for 6 months and you know all the quirks and stuff. Then you create the insider's guide for like $5 or $10. It will sell because it's like a cheat sheet. It's like instead of them having to spend 6 months playing around with the camera, you can like, okay, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. And people will pay money for that type of information because it makes their lives easier. I don't know how this would work for people who do entertainment channels. I don't know how that would work because that's not my purview. That's not the thing that I have invested a lot of time. So someone else would have to go through that process. But if you are a review channel or how-to channel, Oh yeah, this